Hello YouTube and welcome to Turmoil in the Toybox. I'm your host Aaron Hauser. Today we'll be doing something a little different. We're going to be doing a figure comparison with the 3 different Michael Myers figures from the Halloween series. These are all 18-inch figures and 2 of them are by NECA. The classic Michael Myers and the Rob Zombie version. And then there's also the Mcfarlane movie Maniacs version, which was released, I want to say, early 90s or so. They're all 3 very good figures, but each one is just a little bit different. We'll start out with the classic NECA one here. This is my personal favorite. The stance and everything is great. Very limited on articulation with these 18-inchers. They have kind of the rotation at the shoulder. This one's very stiff, so it won't move a whole lot. Rotation at the elbows, somewhat at the wrist. Same on the other side. The head has somewhat of a ball joint to it. Very limited rotation because of the collar there. And then not much in the legs. The ankles do rotate out slightly, which is good because this figure is kind of top heavy and has a tendency to tilt. So when you get this, it actually helps for displaying it if you actually rotate the feet out just a little bit to keep it balanced a bit better. As far as accessories goes with this one, it just comes with the classic butcher knife, which is pretty cool. And that's about it for that one. It's pretty standard. It's got the quintessential NECA motion activated music. That's pretty cool. Plays the original John Carpenter theme, which I like. And that's about it for that one. Pros and cons for this figure. Like I said, con number 1 would definitely be that it is a little tipsy. But you can fix that if you articulate it properly. Other than that, I really love the detailing on this. Personally, I think the mask looks a lot better on this one than the Mcfarlane one. I think it looks a bit more detailed like the first film. And then another one that I didn't really appreciate was kind of the lack of articulation. It doesn't really twist at the torso at all, which is fine, because I mean, with the jumpsuit it might look a little weird, but it could help with the balance. So we'll put this guy aside, and we'll move on to the movie Maniacs version by Mcfarlane. This one's very cool. It's a bit more stylized. The first thing you'll notice is it's got a lot of the kind of fake splatter blood. The 18-inch Jason, the 18-inch Freddy Krueger they released from the first Nightmare on Elm Street actually had kind of the same detailing on it with the blood splatter kind of on his claw and on the his suit, and Michael has it here as well on his knife and various parts of his jumpsuit. Now, as cool as that is, I kind of like it. I think it looks very cool, but he's never covered in this much blood in the movies, so it's a little, I don't know, it's kind of random to me. But the detailing on it is very nice. Like I said, this one's more of an action pose. As far as articulation goes, significantly less than the NECA one. It has just slight swivel rotation on the neck. It kind of twists up and down on the shoulders. The wrists swivel a bit. And then this one was actually pretty loose, like on the joints, so it kind of locks a bit when you get up to the arm above his head stance like that, which is good because that's kind of the best way to position him with that. And then the feet do twist out a bit, just like the NECA classic Michael one. So he has the same sound feature on him. Let me see.
Oh God, help me, please!
You got Jamie Lee Curtis screaming her head off.
Oh God, help me, please!
of cuts into a... It sounds kind of like it's a higher pitch than the other one. And it just cuts out. Honestly, I prefer the sound effects on the classic one better, but, you know, beggars can't be choosers. Overall, it's a very cool piece, though. I like the stance. It's a bit more... kind of action looking. Like, it looks like it's in mid-strike there, which is kind of cool. As far as articulation, very limited, like I said, but it's a cool display piece. I really didn't like how the hair was kind of flipping out on the mask like that, because it only looks like that in a couple parts. But I guess if this is like post-murder, he's covered in blood and his hair's kind of going crazy on the mask, it's whatever. But yeah, that's about it for that one. And then we'll go on to the Rob Zombie version, which this is such a cool fucking figure. I can't even begin to describe how much I love this one. The mask is really cool. It's got that kind of decayed look on it. I'll move him up here a bit. He comes with several accessories, actually. He comes with the bloody kitchen knife. He's got more blood on his hands, kind of like he did in the film. He's got the truck stop jumpsuit on. As far as articulation goes, same in the feet. In the elbows, it kind of swivels out, but this one's really stiff, so it kind of locks into place. Tilts a little at the shoulder, and then spins there. And then same on the other side. And then it's got more of a pivot on this one. I mean, it can kind of roll around, but not a whole lot of movement on this one, because the collar is actually a bit more pressing on the mask on this model. So it also comes with the crazy buck knife that he ripped off the huge black dude that he took the jumpsuit from in the gas station scene, which was pretty crazy. So that was kind of a cool addition. And then, let's see. It also comes with his pumpkin mask that he makes, which he puts on very briefly. I want to say that was in the beginning when the orderlies were raping the one chick, but that was kind of a cool scene when he finally puts the mask on and then takes out the two douchebags. So that was kind of cool. It's ball jointed, so you kind of just pop the one on and then can replace it, which is kind of cool. As far as sound goes, switch this one on. Ooh. Battery's dying on this one. Plays the Rob Zombie version of the theme. And that's about it for that one. I like this one specifically because it does come with a lot of the different accessories that you can use to kind of change the appearance from the standard Michael Myers look. But as far as these three go, I'd probably say if you had to get one, try to go for the NECA Classic Michael Myers, because that one's just, I don't know, to me that's just the best. It's the quintessential Michael Myers feel and look to him. The sound is really cool. I love that it plays a big chunk of the John Carpenter theme. And the sound's actually not too horrible. Some of the 18-inch figures, they tend to sound a little tinny with the playback, but you know, it is what it is. It's a toy, not a MP3 player, so you deal with it. But that about wraps it up for this. Yeah, check out some of my other reviews, and as always, thanks for watching.